welcome to Real Estate Short, Sharp and On Point, covering a really good subject today, using an agency versus selling yourself. Now there's no right or wrong way with it, but I think as a vendor it is good to know, look, there's always going to be pros and cons. You can sell privately and it can all happen, but I think, people don't realise how much work, negotiation, communication with solicitors, heaps goes on behind the scenes. So before you jump into it, it is good to realise for yourself, are you taking on too much yourself, and is it worth getting those, like we call ourselves, mentors on board to work you through the process?
Yeah, exactly. So our job obviously is to guide you, and if you are thinking about selling privately, there are many things that you do need to consider. So we've got pushy investors coming in trying to get a property before it goes on the market, or before anybody else gets in, trying to get the bottom dollar. Then you've got people pulling your property apart, or even people that are feeling that they're too polite to actually give you the real feedback of what they're actually thinking, where we act as that middle buffer, I guess, and people don't normally hold back, but at the same point they tell us where they see it and we can help bring their price up.
Yeah, and often you hear about it at open homes, people doing it privately, and I talk to them, maybe a week or so after that and ask them and say, hey, how did the open home go? And they say, look, great, it was awesome, great numbers turned up, really positive, but often they sort of ask that next question and say, hey, how many people have come forward, put pen to paper and thrown an offer, and they often say, look, we haven't got anyone, but everyone gave us good feedback, and that can be quite misleading. And as the weeks tend to go by, especially weeks sort of 3 to 4, if you're not getting those offers on the table, you're preparing your home every week, you're holding on to hope that someone's going to come through. But unfortunately, people don't always like dealing directly with the owner of the property, and like you say, it could be criticism, but they will tell the middleman, right? They'll tell the agents exactly what they're thinking.
Yeah, there are websites that we can get onto that the general public. So realestate.co is actually industry owned, so the general public can't actually access that. Obviously, Trade Me that the public can access, and I guess that's where most of your private listings do end up. But with our signage, a professional photography, the video work, actually getting it out to our databases. So in-house we have our entire team will see your property and get it out to their entire database, both nationally and internationally. So we don't find that our market is only local, we are national, and we get a lot of interest internationally as well.
Yep, and I think, look, at the end of the day, it is about thinking of how wide you can get. If you are marketing on your own, you are very limited. Unfortunately, you can do those mailbox drops, which you could get a few people through, do that generic sort of standard listing on Trade Me, which, to a degree you could engage some interest in that and possibly get a sale out of it. But you do have to often think wider than that. And as we've talked about previously, you never know where that premium buyer is going to come from. So if you're not reaching them, chances are, look, they're not even going to know your property's there. So the wider you can go, the bigger the interest, and obviously and dragging those people into your property to fall in love with it. And ultimately, that's what we're here to do, and that's that benefit of working through an agency that you don't get when you're marketing on your own.